Okay, tomorrow marks the one-year anniversary of the tragic shooting at Michigan State University. This milestone can trigger a lot of feelings, even for us parents who were nervously talking to our kids there. Anxiety, fear, sadness. Dr. Sabrina Jackson is here to help us navigate these emotions. And it's hard to believe it was a year ago, Dr. Sabrina, and at the time I had two students there, and one of them was kind of in the area, and we couldn't quite get a hold of him, and so it was, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Absolutely.
And you can feel, I guess, when we talk about triggers, when you feel these emotions take over, that's a trigger, right?
Absolutely. So the date that is coming up, people are going to start talking about it. It starts to take you back to that moment that you were concerned, you were worried, you were anxious. So all of those emotions are huge. And so as we're dealing with this anniversary, I have an acronym, and the acronym is to respect. And we want to give respect to everyone in the community who are dealing with it, because even though some people may not have been on site, but all of us were watching it on the news. We have loved ones or friends who may be at work there and things of that nature. So a lot of people are going to be handling these emotions. So the first thing is that you need to recognize that different people are going to experience different feelings.
Right.
And so there's going to be a lot of different ways. And so we can't stuff our feelings down someone else's throat. We need to give people the opportunity to experience what they're going to experience. And then we want to make sure that we encourage the community to just support one another. Just be there for one another. Maybe we don't know who has been affected, because people don't necessarily walk up to you and tell you, like, we don't know that you had two children that were at Michigan State if they're not watching you on TV regularly.
Right.
You just may see somebody in the at the store, and they don't know that about you, but you are still dealing with that. So we want to be kind to one another.
You just never know what people are dealing with inside that brain, right?
Right, and then we want to provide safe spaces for people to talk about their thoughts and their feelings, and just don't rush people, and don't say, well, that's a year ago. No, give people a safe space to be in. And then we also want to make sure that we spend time with our loved ones. Yeah, because they may be triggered. They may be going through something. So we want to make sure that we're spending time with our loved ones. And I've already said providing the safe space. But then we also want to empathize with everyone who was directly impacted. And so if you were working there at that day, if you were a first responder that day, if you were a part of the police, anybody, a staff person, people who were directly impacted, we want to empathize with them, because they may be going through something. And then that C is very important, to contact professional help if you need it, because you may think that you're over it, and then a trigger may come up and you really do need to sit down and talk to someone. And then lastly, it's just take care of yourself. Be kind and gentle to yourself. Really check in with yourself and ask yourself, am I okay? Am I dealing with secondhand trauma? Because I hear a news story and then it triggers me to feel some kind of way. So just be in the moment and be kind to yourself and to others.
Yeah. Is there a breathing technique, or is there a secret to being able to, because you're going to feel emotions as we go through life, right? Where there are ups and downs no matter what your anniversaries that you might be looking at, whether it's the death, Ryan's family had a very close friend pass, and they celebrated her birthday, and there's a lot of things that are going to trigger these emotions. How do you get through them every day?
Absolutely. I think one of the things, of course, there are lots of different relaxation things that you can do. If you're a spiritual person, you may want to pray. If you're a person that just meditates and just take a moment to yourself to just check in with yourself, that's something. But then also, it's the way we think about a thing. Sometimes we think about and focus on the loss, whereas we could switch that and really think about celebrating the fact that we ever had them in the first place, and connecting with the things that made us laugh or smile about that relationship with that loved one.
Have a celebration of life.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense. Dr. Sabrina, thank you. I know you have an event coming up.
I do have an event coming up this coming Saturday. We're going to be with Each One, Teach One, and the doors open at 6:30. It's going to be at the Park West Gallery. I'm serving as the host, but this is an amazing nonprofit that is really looking to raise funds to give scholarships for needy young people.
Very nice. All right. You can find Dr. Sabrina all over social media. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we will be right back.